Mr. and Mrs. Beltis and Mr. and Mrs. BB for having such wonderful children. And of course, we have to thank Sarah right here for saying yes to this guy to make this night happen. So, thank you, Sarah. So, Chip called me about a year ago, and maybe it's before or after, but it was some time ago. And he said, "Hey, dude, I'm gonna ask Sarah to marry me." Really? I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, well, you worried?" So a little bit. So he calls me a couple days later. He said, "Dude, she said yes." And I was like, "Were you really worried about it?" He said, "Nah." And he said, "But will you be my best man?" I said, "Sure." Or that's really not what I said, but I'm not going to say what I really said here. So wheels started turning a little bit because, like I said, I hate public speaking. So I started thinking. I said, well, I'll just tell a little story about the first time I met Chip. And this goes back to when we were 8 years old, First Avenue Beach in Cape May, New Jersey. Okay. Well, at the time, I thought I was like the coolest little kid in Cape May County because I stood up on my boogie board. And I was pretty good at it, you know. In fact, I might have been the best in New Jersey. Well then, here comes this little skinny punk with a blue boogie board with giant blue surfboard fins on it. And I look over and this kid thinks he's pretty cool. So he's on my beach in Cape May, and like a little punk I went over and confronted him. And we actually hated each other for the first week that we knew each other. So we had a little surf contest, and I don't remember who won, but this girl, Katie Sudell, she judged it, and I think I won. I don't know. But anyway, that's how me and him met. And we got a lot of good times at Cape May together. We were pretty much inseparable. And there was kind of a third member of our clan, but he kind of fell off the face of the earth and started hanging out with Charlie Sheen. So that's about what happened to him. Other than that, hung out a lot once we realized when we got a license that we only lived about 10 minutes away from each other in Philadelphia. So we didn't only have to hang out 3 months a year. So that was pretty cool. Well, the first time I met Sarah, we were again in Media, Pennsylvania, and we were at Jocelyn's. My little favorite hangouts in Old Media, PA. And I took a first look at Sarah, and I looked at Chip. I said, this girl really just flew all the way across country with you. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, Chip, you really outkicked your coverage this time. So we go hang out at Jocelyn's, and not only was she beautiful, and she was actually pretty cool, and I liked her. And, you know, from that day on, I kind of knew they had something special going on. So, no. I twitch, and Chip catches it every time. He's told everyone I know that I twitch, and now everyone calls me out on it just like he does. So I'm not going to twitch while I'm up here. But I'll just end this rambling right now, and well, one more thing. Ever since we were about 16 years old, Chip had 3 dreams. 1 was to move to California. 2 was to drive a Toyota Tacoma. And 3, he wanted to marry a hot California girl. Well, tonight, my friend, you have accomplished all of your dreams in life. So hopefully tonight, you two can start your own dreams together, and I hope everything lasts longer than that Toyota Tacoma. So raise your glasses to Chip and Sarah. Happy marriage.